What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So break-even day for me, see, just up a couple bucks, but it was actually started the day off red and came back, got green on the day, and kind of going to break down that whole thing there. So just take these levels off. But on the open, see, we had a huge move down yesterday with the FOMC. So action today was a little bit elevated in terms of candle sizes and just kind of volatility. But you can see we swept that pre-market high in the Qs. Start the downtrend, see, move up, move down, move up, move down. We broke it briefly here, but then fell right back and broke it back down to the downside. Excuse me. We created this downside FVG that I was initially interested in. See right here. So I was looking for a lower high to be made here, but two red flags that we did that I ignored and broke my rules and took the trade anyway was, so when we get these FVGs, I want to see this get tested pretty much right away. What we did is we moved down. This was the low of day at the time. We moved down, tried to keep pushing down. Sellers got bought up, and then we pushed into it. So that's always a red flag for me. When we try to continue in our direction initially, we get swatted, and then we try to test the FEG. So that's a red flag for me. And beyond that, secondary, we were above some key demand. So two red flags, ignored them both. Decided to take this trade anyway, got stopped out. Go figure. Of course, you break your rules, two pretty obvious rules, take the trade. What are you gonna expect? So took a loss there, and we came up. I'm not super proud of this trade because even though it worked out, it was a bit of a revenge trade because I was a bit frustrated because obviously a loss, taking a normal loss is fine, whatever. Taking a loss because you break your rules, do something you know is wrong, that can get me on tilt a little bit at times, just being frustrated myself. So took this trade here, held this pretty nicely, but I got my entry around like here-ish, sat there a little bit of drawdown, nothing crazy, contracts moving a little weird, but came down and we made this low here. And once we broke this low, I trimmed out like, I think around like here-ish or so. It was right around here. Once we broke this low, move back up, and I trimmed once we broke back down. So around here, right before the low of day, in all honesty, I was back green on the day, was paying more attention to that. It wasn't a bad trim spot. Probably would be around where I trimmed, but there was really nothing stopping us that low of day. Just, all honesty, got back green on the day and just kind of took that and ran with it. But not really a great day for me, even though I ended up back green, technically pretty much break even, but doing things like that, breaking my rules, taking trades I know I shouldn't, is just not sustainable in the long run. Beyond that, taking a secondary trade in a bit of a revenge trade type of fashion, even though today's setup was okay, it just, again, not the greatest idea. So green day for me, technically, break even pretty much, but not my best day, but gonna review it. There's a lesson to take in anything that happens in this market. So gonna review it, gonna look at some of the things I could have done better, which, obviously just following the rules would be number one. But regardless, we'll look at it, review it, use it to get better, and that'll be it. So appreciate you guys all for coming. See you in the next one. Peace.